I find it a very irresponsible statement. I think Pakistan is in need of more friends in the world instead of enemies. By threatening half of the world, I think he's doing his country a big disfavor. By the constitution, the reality might be different, but by the constitution, the general will not decide when to use nuclear wars or nuclear weapons. That is something which the civilian government does. I find it a very irresponsible statement, and I find it also, I beg your pardon for using this language for a general, but I find it stupid. You have an issue with India. Of course, you have a nuclear deterrence with India, which is for you, for Pakistan, the great equalizer. But at the same time, if you're threatening half of the world, which has nothing to do with it, I find that stupid from his perspective, because I think Pakistan is in need of more friends in the world instead of enemies. By threatening half of the world, I think he's doing his country a big disfavor. And a general who is all powerful, who's a field marshal, I think he should use much more responsible language, especially when he is on the soil of a third country. The last time I checked, while we know how Pakistan functions, the general and the army is all powerful, but according to their constitution, even the use of nuclear weapons, the only mandate lies with the civilian government. So he's even, he speaks out. He goes beyond his mandate. General, by the constitution, the reality might be different, but by the constitution, the general will not decide when to use nuclear wars or nuclear weapons. That is something which the civilian government does. I think Pakistan has been accused of internationally supporting terrorism. Pakistan has internationally supported terrorism. There's no thing of accusation. If you read or if you look at the recent statements of, for example, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, he has accepted that this has been part of Pakistan's formation since the Afghan Jihad. And yes, in the Afghan Jihad, Pakistan supported Mujahideen at that time on the behest of the West. And afterwards, Pakistan started nurturing these terrorists in order to use it for its policy of strategic depth against India and against Afghanistan. And that Osama bin Laden was found in Abbottabad, I think that is now almost 13-14 years ago. Even then, the US has had a reasonably good relationship with Pakistan, because let's not forget, in this region, Pakistan is the US's proxy. And the US knew for a very long time that Pakistan was playing a double game. Pakistan was using funds of the US in order to nurture those terrorists which were fulfilling its policy of strategic depth against Afghanistan and against India. And at the same time, it was using those funds in order to counter those terrorists which at some point of time became anti-state of Pakistan. So America has known this, but America, with its interests in this region, especially regarding China, regarding Russia, Central Asia, Iran, and then eventually the issue of Israel and Palestine, or Israel, it needs someone like Pakistan. So this whole thing about accusations of terrorism, the world knows, but as the West also needs sometimes states which can employ non-state actors to fulfill its agenda. That happened in Cuba, that happened in South America, that happened in Africa, that happens all over the world. And Pakistan has always been readily available to the US, to the Chinese, to many powers, but especially the US and Great Britain, in order to fulfill that agenda. As very long time ago, Ziaul Haq was one of the people who fought the Palestinians between the war between Jordan and Palestine. So Pakistan is a very transactional country in that sense with the West regarding its use or the use of its soil for terrorist activities or for fulfilling an agenda which suits the West.